Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is a recording by Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
We pause in this moment of the Psalm where we say that we're calling out to God and asking for sustenance and help. And from this place of vulnerability and need, from this place recognizing the power of prayer, we pause and compose partially through my words and partially through words of your own mind and meditations, a prayer for this country, a prayer for this moment, a prayer for this week. Move yourself into a deeper, soulful place by taking some very intentional breaths through your nose, in through your nose, and out through your mouth, allowing a blanket of heavy serenity, a serenity that is so elusive these days, to come over you. And picture yourself where you are, whether you're with us on the field or somewhere in your home on a live stream on this Saturday morning, the last day of October. As you sit as a Jew and as an American, thinking about the week that is to come. And as you imagine time inexorably moving us all closer to a true day of reckoning for our society, a day of being heard, a day of reinforcing democracy, a very democracy that permits the flourishing of the Jewish lives that we hold so dear. Allow to ascend into your mind's eye images and words, phrases about what you fear for Tuesday and what you hope for Tuesday. What is it that you fear for our country? What is it that you hope for our society? And as you watch yourself walk through these days in advance, imagining how you're going to be, with whom you're going to be, and what the experience will be like, allow an overlay onto that image of the original marcher, the original goer, the one to whom was given the command Lech Lecha, who was told that to build a society and a nation that is worthy, you've got to travel. You've got to leave your comfort zone. You've got to listen to a divine voice inside of you. You have to take risks. You have to leave behind what you once cherished at times. You have to turn a physical journey into a spiritual one. And as we think of our obligations impacted by our fears and our hopes, we can linger on that which we have in common with Abraham's journey and that which we do not. What we have in common with Abraham's journey, I hope, is that we feel a charge from the Holy One to march forward with spiritual purpose and to create a land that is worth living in, investing in, celebrating, and that it takes movement to get there. And that which we do not have in common with Abraham. When the Holy One said, El ha'aretz asher ar'eka, to the land I will show you, we have no definite beacon. We have no clarity, certainly no unanimity on the direction that the Creator of the universe is pushing us towards. We claim the cloak of that clarity, but in a sea of lack of clarity. And so without God's individually leading us to the very place that we need to go and showing us and telling us, here you have arrived, we are in some ways more uncertain than Abraham was on that day, more insecure, more exposed, and therefore more laden down with the individual obligation to arrive at, to create, and to sustain the land that we have inherited. And that we hope will persist long beyond our days. And so I pray, and I hope that you pray with me, for days of an engaged electorate, for a peaceful transition of authority, for a society that finds a way to stay together as an aguda achat, a unified society, rather than succumb to the splintering forces. And to a citizenry and a Beth Am community that will continue to find ways to hold hands, lift voices, and pray and sing to the Creator of us all. That is our prayer for ourselves and for our nation. We say Amen.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.